I don't know when this is coming out, but my birthday is April 14th. And for my birthday, I'm just gonna be talking about things I love, and what I love is video games. In a way, this is kinda like a birthday present to me. I have a lot of video games that are my favorite. Of course I have Minecraft and The Sims 4, but I have more because I'm a little gamer. Most of these games I think are more niche. I'm not entirely sure because I'm kind of in my own little section of games. Now there's a big thing I need to address. I probably have not completed over 99% of these games. And I promise you, I love them. I love them a lot, but I am terrible at finishing games. I have a weird habit of not dedicating enough time. And one of my biggest problems since I started streaming on Twitch is how when I play a game, I have this kind of mindset that's like, oh, you want to continue the game? You have to stream. And I'm not a very consistent streamer. I change my mind 24/7. I don't really have an active stream schedule, so there's a lot of games I've never finished because I think I need to stream it. Also, despite my love for video games, I am like unreasonably bad. I don't know why, but like the general movement and gameplay, it's kind of embarrassing, and I don't know why. But despite all that, I still love video games, and I still love playing them. So here's a list of all my favorite video games that I've played. To start off, this is a game I always mention when I say my favorite games, and it is called The Long Dark. It's a beautiful story set in the Canadian wilderness, and despite me on and off playing, I have never beaten the game. And there's like two sides of the game, and I've never gotten past the second side, because again, it is a survival game, and it's in the winter. In Canada, you have to kill and craft and destroy items to make new items and basically survive. Something about surviving in the winter, it does not go well with the fact I live in Southern California. Maybe I don't know how to be in nature. Maybe trees aren't really diverse, and maybe it's not cold. Maybe when it hits 60 degrees, I'm like, ooh, I can wear a sweater. I'm a little bit chilly. But despite my on and off playing, I have soft locked myself multiple times.
Where do I climb? Oh shit.
So when I tell you my survival skills are terrible, I mean they're terrible. But I love the game nonetheless. They really succeed with making you feel like you're in the wilderness and you feel like it's winter. Every time I play it, I'm always like, am I actually cold? Or like, is it just the game? Because there's like this type of art that they do. One, the actual art in the game is very beautiful. I love the art style. But they also like play with colors, and it's very like whitewashed, I guess? Not whitewashed. It's in a way that you're like, oh, this is winter. Even when the sun's up or when it's snowing or a blizzard, you're still able to see and be like, hey, it's fucking cold. And I don't know how to survive this winter. But I'd like to say, Hinterland Studios, you definitely hit it out the park, and I love you. Thank you for giving me a game that I've been playing for years, and hopefully one day I actually fucking beat it. I'm gonna be talking about Everything. Everything is a philosophical but very silly game. You become life forms like bison or water bears, and you become inanimate objects like rocks. The main gameplay is you either size down to something smaller than your current object or creature, or you can size up to something bigger. You can get as big as galaxies and like as small as atoms. Really crazy. The game starts off as a thought, and then when you become a creature and you get to exploring the planet you're on, those creatures and objects have their own thoughts, and you can click on them and you can listen to them. They can say silly things or they can say existential things. My favorite thing in this entire game is listening to a philosopher called Alan Watts. He is basically talking, like it's a voice recording of his quotations. He's kind of just being philosophical because it's a philosophical game. And a thing I'm not sure people really know about me is I love philosophy. Specifically existentialism, aesthetics, metaphysics, ethics, idealism, hedonism. And there's probably more that I've never heard of that I would love. So in short, I love isms and ologies, and I would like to thank David O'Reilly for creating this game. The next game is Sable. Now with Sable, I haven't gotten very far in the game, and this is one of the biggest games I have the streamer mindset for. And I love how it's open world. You play as your character named Sable, and you have a hover bike named Simoon. I don't know why I'm so attached to a hover bike. I'm really bad at like playing the game. I'm really bad at controlling the bike. I am bad at driving in any other games. Tell me to play Fortnite. I can't fucking drive the car. Like, I'm sorry. it's so hard for me to do, and that's the biggest transportation you can do besides running. But it's a very like simple art style, as in shapes, very neat. I love the colors because just like the long dark, they make a real good use of a hue or something. I don't know. It's very washed out because you're in the desert. It's dry and the sun is fading all the colors, all the bright colors, and I don't know, it's just really cool, and I'd love to get further in the game. I started playing it again recently, and I'm starting to realize I had no idea what the like whole purpose of the game was. I didn't understand it was open world, but I'm very grateful I even started it. My big thing is I'm bad at puzzles, and there's puzzles in this game, so that is really bad for me who can't use the bike to drive. Like, I'm not good at moving around in the game, and I can't solve the puzzles, so it's like, what the fuck am I doing here? But I love it. That's all that matters. Thank you, Shedworks, for your beautiful game. I just wish I could read a map better. That'd be awesome. I know you can't fix that because it's a map and a compass, but like still. Buddy Simulator 1984 is a game I haven't touched in literal years. It's an AI training to be your buddy so it learns information about you. Hence the name Buddy Simulator. I found the game years ago and I've only played it on stream. So again, my little issue of, oh, I'm gonna play this game on stream and then never play it outside of stream. I had that issue again with Buddy Simulator. I got to a really good point too, and I was probably in like the heart of it, I guess, because it starts off as a text only game and then it slowly ramps up to when you're like actually in a game, and it's really cool. It's a really fascinating game. But again, I'm very inconsistent with streaming, and I think the last time I even opened the game was 2021. Still love it. It's still really cool, but I'm terrified if it has the Animal Crossing logic where it's like, you haven't opened the game in this many months, this many years, and now I'm mad at you. Like, I don't know. That's a big reason why I don't touch Animal Crossing, is because my villagers get mad at me. One of my favorite things about it is it's a psychological horror. I love getting into the world, and I might actually just start playing it by myself. I really hope my buddy isn't mad at me. Like, if my buddy's mad at me, I'm going to be heartbroken. Like, I'm sorry. Shout out Not a Sailor Studios. Next is Slime Rancher, and I can't even like stress you enough how much I love this game. Of course, it was a stream game, and I would play it all the time. I had 3 games I always played: Minecraft, Stardew Valley, and Slime Rancher. And let me tell you, Slime Rancher means the absolute world to me. I remember spending so much time in 2019 just sitting there and just playing the game and feeding my slimes and corralling them. Okay, hold on. I'm a mess right now. And just enjoying the vibes of the game and the nature, because if I'm being completely honest, Slime Rancher is me. Like, that's how I view myself. I am Slime Rancher. I look like that. I always think of it fondly. It literally might be one of my top games, and I never really thought about it because no, I literally love Slime Rancher so much. I accidentally beat it one stream. I was doing a task or something, and my brain was like, okay, I have multiple things to do. Let me do this one first. And then, like, I did it, and I was like, where are the credits? I have tried Slime Rancher 2, but I think it'll never be Slime Rancher 1. I think Slime Rancher 1 is always gonna be in a soft spot in my heart. I love it. Thank you, Monami Park, for this game. It really means a lot to me. Another game that feels like me and my soul is Ooblets. This game is one of the silliest games I've ever encountered in my entire life. Oh wait, I have to fight these people. That's probably the reason why I lost, is because I need to like actually fight. I think I use its music the most in all my videos, but I'm not entirely sure because I have way too much game music in my folder. I have 100 of game songs, and I have the entire OST downloaded for Ooblets because it's very silly and I love it. I've never played Pokemon, and I'm not entirely sure how similar it is, but to me, this is my Pokemon. Ooblets is my Pokemon. You create a team of these little creatures called Ooblets. You enter dance battles, so you take your Ooblet, or how many Ooblets it wants you to take, and then you basically have a dance battle against whatever Ooblets are on the other side. So it's like, you see the moves that your Ooblets can make, and you click which ones, and there's like a strategy to it. It's really cool, and then when you beat the dance battle, the ooblet gives you a seed if you're only battling one, and then you can plant it at your farm and grow another ooblet, which is an interesting part of the game. I wasn't expecting like a farming aspect, but it's really cool. I love it, and sometimes I get really addicted to it and just start playing it for hours. Even though it started as a stream game, I kind of broke out of that a bit, which I'm really happy because I just kind of speed running. I love that game. It's so cute. It does have like a kind of millennial language, like puppo, like, you know, that type of silly word. There's probably Grongdinglio. I don't remember any of the items by heart, but it's one of those really, it's just silly. I'm realizing how much I love it by just talking about it now. So thank you, Glumberland. You are very cool, and thank you, because I'm obsessed with this game. Like a lot. Now the final game I love out of the ones I have played has been one I only have opened once so far. It is called Dredge. Now I don't know much about the game or the story, but I heard there's fish in it and I got really excited, so I bought the game because I love fish. I have a calendar that my sister bought for me for Christmas of the trouts of North America. I'm not even joking. Coastal cutthroat trout is the current month of April. Shout out April and what was I gonna say? April Lillians? April babies, we're cutthroat. We apparently are the only cutthroat trouts in North America that can also swim in salt water, apparently. So that's really cool. I love trouts and I love fish. Ow. Ow, that hurt to do. But anyway, Dredge is a fishing game. You ride around on your boat and you fish. There is a very sinister undertones to it, and the art style really portrays that well. It's very like dark and gloomy, and ooh, there's something creepy going on. And one of the biggest things the game taught me at the very beginning was when it turned to nighttime, go back home. And knowing me, who's bad at playing video games and terrible at reading maps, I got lost the very first night. I have a feeling I'm not in the right area. Guys, hold on. Where am I supposed to go? So that was very stressful. And the whole thing is, you have to follow the lighthouse back home. And I lost the lighthouse. Where the fuck is the... Oh. So yeah, the first night was very scary, but I've played a couple hours of it, and it's genuinely a great game so far. And also the fish are very Lovecraftian, and there's monsters. Like, isn't that so cool? Like, I know you're in a fishing boat, but you can like see like the little shadows underneath the water, and there's a lot of creepy creatures. It's so cool. I love fish. So thank you, Black Salt Games, for making this game. Thank you. Some honorable mentions: Night in the Woods, Eastward. What the fuck? What Remains of Edith Finch, Stray, Subnautica, Monument Valley, Faith, Firewatch. I love video games, so I have a list of them that I really want to play. A lot of these I've seen like playthroughs or streams of, but there's also some I've never got the chance to see any of it. All of these I've never owned, I've never bought, because I don't have enough money to buy every game, and also have the misfortune of never completing games, so that's also an issue. Like, it's just one of those things I'm scared of. I'd like to thank Secret Sleepover Society because they introduced me to these games, and I don't think I would have been able to find them in general. Those two really helped me fall in love with Chants of Sennaar and The Case of the Golden Idol. The Golden Idol is a detective game. You go and look for clues to solve these deaths, and a lot of these are strange and peculiar, and you really need to lock in, I guess. If I, or when I ever play this game, I'm going to have to go to their playthrough a lot, because let me tell you, my brain isn't really good with puzzles. There's a lot of times I would watch people play puzzle games, and I'd sit there and I'd think I'm on the right path, and then I'm like, okay, I wasn't. It reminds me of when I was in math class. I'd be like, oh, I think I can find all the tools I can to solve this equation, and I'll go like through step by step, and then my teacher comes over and is like, hey, you're on the wrong path, and you've done everything wrong, and this isn't how you're supposed to do the equation. And I have to be like, I'm sorry. Besides all my yapping, I really like the game. I like the art style. I guess they use a lot of sketchy lines because you can see like the wrinkles and the folds in their faces, and it's set in the past, like an oldish time, so I think the wrinkles really help with that. I don't know, it's very scrungly. I don't know if there's any correct words for that. I really like the game. I have no faith in me solving any of the puzzles, but maybe I could. Maybe. Thank you, Color Grade Games. Chants of Sennaar is such a fascinating game. You're basically a person, and you have to figure out what people are saying by like context clues, but you meet a certain group of people, and then you learn what they're saying in their language. But when you go to the next section, they speak a different language, so you have to use the current one you just learned to help you learn the next one, and it just keeps going like that. Again, thank you Secret Sleepover Society, you really helped me find the game. I would be so lost. I love languages though, like in real life. I'm learning Korean. Korean is my language I've been obsessed with since I was 14. I took one class and then I became obsessed. So I love Korean, but I have no one to talk to. Not really learning that much besides struggling with compound vowels. I fucking hate them. Like, I'm sorry. I genuinely hate them. It just doesn't. Anyways, it's gaming and languages. If only I was better at thinking. Rundisk, thank you for making this game. Maybe one day I'll get better with speaking, especially with how much I'm struggling to say anything in this video. Okay, this next one is a very popular game. I feel like is a classic in the gaming community, and it's Portal. I assume a lot of people know the game Portal. You make portals and you go through the storyline and all this other stuff.
Welcome to the Aperture Science Enrichment Center.
I've never watched gameplay of it though. And like, it's such a classic game. How am I a gamer if I've never played Portal? Technically, I played a bit of Portal 1 and unironically got stuck when they were giving me the blue portal gun because I thought I soft locked myself and I didn't know how to grab it. It actually was very embarrassing, but I'm just gonna say since I was 17, that gives me an excuse. It really doesn't, but maybe I should go back to that game. Again, it's puzzles. I don't think I'm going to do well with puzzles, especially because it's portals and like I have to think three-dimensionally. Plus I also need to be good at like gaming and moving. It's a lot, but it's always been a game I've been fascinated about. I really hope one day I'll be able to play it, fully enjoy it for what it is. Same with Portal 2.
These next tests require cooperation.
If you like video games, you have to play Portal. That's how I view those games. Shout out to Valve. Next is Earthbound. I've been using music from Earthbound in my content for a very long time. Despite all that, I've never seen gameplay. I don't even know what it's about. It's one of those games I want to at least play before I die. As far as I know, Eastward is very inspired by Earthbound, so if it's like Eastward or Eastward's like Earthbound, that's really fascinating and I'd really like to play it. The last thing I want to say about Earthbound is I think the art looks very cute. So thank you Ape Inc. for developing this. Another classic game, or at least a game that I find classic, is Pikmin. I had never heard of Pikmin until Pikmin 4 came out. I am not entirely sure about the gameplay. Again, I don't want to be spoiled, but I did hear there's puzzles, so I'm a little bit nervous. But the Pikmins are cute as hell, so idgaf. Shigeru Miyamoto made this game. I hope I pronounced that right. He also made Legend of Zelda, which unironically I have also not played, which is also a game I need to play before I die. Anyways, Pikmin, very cool. Legend of Zelda, I also really want to play one day. Specifically Ocarina of Time or Majora's Mask. A game that I'd love to play for myself is Inscription. Now, I have watched Markiplier play Inscription. It left me obsessed with the storyline and how everything plays out. The only thing I was nervous about is the card game aspect, because again, strategy is not my forte. I like to brute force things. Daniel Mullins did a beautiful job, and he also made Pony Island, which I have a feeling I've played, but I'm not entirely sure if I have. I might just be making that up, but I do really like Pony Island. And if I have not played it, I would like to also play it. Love Inscription, love Pony Island. Very cool ideas and very cool games. Now, before I go to the final game I desperately want to play, I will list some honorable mentions because there's a lot of games I want to play. Animal Crossing New Leaf, especially because I accidentally got Wild World when New Leaf came out because I was little and I didn't understand they didn't have New Leaf. So I got Wild World and I never got to experience New Leaf to this day. Kind of want to fill that gap in my heart. Red Dead Redemption 2. I totally do own that game. The Stanley Parable, Papers, Please, Grizz, Inside or Limbo, Binding of Isaac, Little Nightmares, Abzu, not the last game, OG FloJoUno will remember this game, and when I was super obsessed with it, and that's Amore. Now that was a game I was very passionate about. It was like 2016 to 2018, I believe. Really obsessed with it, really liked it. I found its trailer with Bowen, My Time, and I rewatched the trailer very recently. It was like all these memories of being a teenager just kind of like, wah. rah. I was so excited for it. I would post it a lot. I would constantly talk about it. I'd follow Omocat's like blogs and read the controversies of not having enough updates and also not giving enough material in the updates, like everything. I was so passionate about this game, and then I just never played it. I had a Tumblr before my current one, and those followers came to my new blog and were like, hey, remember when you really wanted to play Omori? It came out. You can play it on stream now. And that was really crazy to me because it's like, what do you mean you remember me? My biggest thing is I'm scared I'm not gonna play it correctly, or I'm not gonna like playing it, and I'm really nervous, and I'm doing that thing where I want to enjoy something, so I'm getting nervous. A big reason I even gained subscribers at the beginning of this channel was because I talked a lot about Omori, and then that made me want to stream, and then a whole lot of butterfly effects, so it's kind of funny being back here and talking about that game. So thank you, Amacat. You had a roundabout way of growing my channel. So yeah, video games have always been such a big part of my life. Even when I was a little kid, my first video game was Donkey Kong. I don't remember the console. I think it was the NES, SNS? Fucking, I was like 4, who knows? And then I played Mortal Kombat, and then I would play Girls Go Games at my grandma's computer. Gaming has been a part of my life since I can even remember. So yeah, this was very fun to talk about, and now I want to play all the games to completion right now. Anyways, keep on gaming, gamers. What's a saying I could do? Log out. Save your game. I don't fucking... Turn off the console or PC. Fuck, my eye. Bye. Watch my other videos.